Now that I've got the design and layout all figured out, now it's time to start building the actual diorama. So the first thing you do is you need to make a cardboard structure. And what I used is plenty of strips of thin cardboard, like cereal box cardboard or something like that, and started making my different hills and shapes, you know, depending on what I wanted to do. Like up here is where the tiger tank will be coming out of the woods, and over here is kind of flat. Over here is a little bit flat. But see how I just cross-stitched a lot of pieces of strips of cardboard and glued them down. You can use hot glue. Hot glue gun works the best. You can use tape. You can even tape this all up and tape all those pieces down if you want. You need to use a staple or anything you need to do to make your terrain nice. You give yourself a nice rough terrain. And don't be skimpy with them. Put plenty of them in there. Now, as you're doing that, you should stuff it with crumpled newspaper underneath. What the crumpled newspaper does is it keeps it strong. It'll give it some strength so it doesn't collapse under the weight of the actual shell you're going to put on that. And I wanted to show you, this is, you can see there's some height here. This is the actual surface. There's some height off the board, and that's over here is because of the foxhole, foxholes or the trenches. And what I did was I just made pieces of squares of cardboard like this, rectangles of cardboard, and put them right down on there. This one's bigger than those, just so you can see it. But you make some squares like this for your trench, and you put that down, and then you build the terrain up over that, so that becomes the surface of the ground. So next, I have to apply the plaster of Paris shell, and you can use either plaster of Paris, or you can use a hydrocal, which is actually much nicer. I really like hydrocal. It's very lightweight, it's very strong, but either one's fine. Get yourself some durable paper towels, the best paper towels you can get. If they get the fibers in them, they're even better. And cut them up into a bunch of strips before you start making your plaster of Paris. So get yourself plenty of strips, and you need to use gloves, latex or rubber gloves, to protect your hands, because plaster of Paris can burn you. And then what you do is you mix it up with water, soak the paper towels in there, and then start applying them to the terrain. And that'll come out really nice. I'll show you a little bit of that. Now when you're making your plaster or your hydrocal, don't mix up large batches of it, just mix up small amounts, because it dries very fast and you can't add water to it to extend its life. Once it's mixed, it's done. It's not something that you can dilute with water. So you make up just enough to do about 10 or 15 minutes worth of work. The plaster of Paris will actually set and be dry in like half an hour. So you do small batches at a time. Soak the paper towel in it, and then put that right on your diorama like that. Take your time with it. It's gonna come out great. It has a really nice terrain look to it. But you soak it in, and then you wipe off the excess like this, and then put that right on. And overlap your pieces. That way they'll bond to each other and be nice and strong. And the bigger your diorama, the more layers. If you have a really big diorama like my 300 diorama, you got to do more than one layer of this. You have to do multiple layers. So you get the idea there. There's no need to show you all of this. I'll skip. That's just about the end of this tutorial. And of course, you're going to watch out for your trenches. I have my trenches there. I don't want to cover them up. I don't want to go to the edge of them. Okay, I've completed the terrain shell, and it looks fantastic. It came out really nice. We've got some nice rough terrain there, and you can, of course, depending on what you want your diorama to look like, you know, you adjust that, and you use the materials to get the look you're looking for. But I got like a little bit of roughness, some nice curving, landscape-like features, and it looks really good. So now you can see I got the foxholes still open there, so I can work on those. I can paint those, and Now this will dry pretty quick. This is using plaster of Paris. This won't take long at all to dry, and it'll be ready for the next part of the tutorial where I show you how to do the terrain features. I'll put the grass and the trees in, and I'll put the paint the road in and stuff like that. So this tutorial is coming along nicely. It won't be too many more installments. So thanks for watching. Lots more stuff on my website, www.stormthecastle.com.